Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Want Solutions to Your Problems. Watch this, Gaur does. So, just any problem? Let's go to give it a shot.
Everybody looks for solutions to problems, isn't it? That's a big thing that's stopping us from experiencing happiness. That's a big thing that's stopping us from making happiness happen. Who is it that doesn't want to make happiness happen? It's problems that's stopping. It could be a health problem, could be a financial problem, could be a relationship problem, could be a business problem. Anything. Stopping you from crafting your happiness. We all want to do it. All want the solutions to this problem, isn't it? There's no lock in the world that was created without a key. Not a single lock in the world was created without a key. I don't know why would somebody make a lock without a key. Every lock that was made was created with a key.
Don't mean to be that person, but if you ever watch Lock Picking Lawyer, there are locks made without keys. And the one example I can give is a love lock, where you lock something. You and your loved one will lock something in that lock, and it'll be locked forever because there's no key to it. But he can pick it. But yeah, I get what he's trying to say. But I just thought I'd throw that out there.
And so every problem, every challenge, every issue that's there in our life, which is like a lock and seems like a deadlock and dead end, has a key. It's not seen now. It's not visible to us right now. You don't know where the key is. You're all searching for that key. कैसे ताला खुले और problem सुलझ जाए, थोड़ा शांति मिले, खुशी मिले यार. How do I get a solution to that problem? You know what? Every lock comes with a key and every problem with a solution. Some of your problems can actually be solved, and some of your problems literally cannot be solved, but can be solved by becoming stronger to face them. That's the key. That's the key. You know? What do you do when you have a mentally challenged child born to you? A child with special needs born to you. What do you do? Is there a solution? Can't rewire things, right? Can't rewire things. But the solution then, there is a solution. There is a key. But the key is not that this will change. The key is you will have to grow stronger to face it and solve that problem. है ना? और इसीलिए हर समस्या के ना जी दो सॉल्यूशंस होते हैं. या तो भाग लो या भाग लो. Right. There's only two things you can do. या तो भाग लो, run away, या भाग लो, participate, face it, deal with it. क्या करे नहीं? Which is why a lot of times I say, just because someone is happy and just because someone is smiling doesn't mean they don't have issues. Doesn't mean they don't have problems. Doesn't mean they don't have challenges. Just because कोई मुस्कुरा रहा है, just because कोई अपने लाइफ में खुश है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उनकी लाइफ में चैलेंजेस नहीं है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि उनकी लाइफ में डिफिकल्टीज नहीं है. The difference is they've chosen to deal with whatever they can do with their problem, they deal with it, but they've chosen to shift their attention to something else in their life. क्योंकि attention इधर रहेगा ना, कैसे खुश रहोगे जी? If your attention is always on your problem and only problems are on your mind, constantly just occupied by issues, problems, challenges, the difficulties, the troubles, the emotional hurt, the wounds that have happened, how are you going to make happiness happen?
Maybe I'll let it finish, and there's 1 minute left. So anyways, for me, I'm a problem solver, I think. At least I think so. I do solve problems, that's what I do at my job. But also, I try to think very logically. Let me put it that way. I think I'm a logical person. I try to be as logical as I can possibly be in terms of solving problems. I try to understand things, and I try to understand what I can and cannot do to things. And whenever I can understand something, I know whether I can or cannot do something about it. And if I can, then I choose whether to do or not to do something about it. If I can't do anything about it, then there's no point of worrying about it. If I choose not to do anything about it, then there's no point in worrying about it. If I can do something about it, then there's no point in worrying about it because I'm going to do something about it. So, now I know words are generally speaking so easy to say. Words are cheap, as they say, and actions speak louder than words, and that's very true. I mean, I guess in my mind, if so long as you give it your best shot, genuinely give it your best shot, I don't think you'll really suffer for making a mistake or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure at first it's going to be still difficult because it's it's something that I believe that you've always done. You've tried to do something and you failed and you feel saddened by it. You're suffering from it. But perhaps maybe the perspective of understanding that you tried your best and maybe your best is not good enough, and that's okay. You can now ask yourself, do I want to be better at this? If you can, then find out what it takes to be better at it. Whether it's practicing, watching YouTube videos, like learning how to do it better, obviously through YouTube videos, or going somewhere local that knows how to do it and teach you. You might have to pay for it, but at least you have an option there. And then there's no point in being sad about it. I mean, again, words are very easy, mind you. Throughout whatever my speech is, word is so cheap and so easy. But think about it. You give it your best shot, you failed. Normally you'd be sad about it, but now just think about it. It's like, you know what? I want to do something. I want to be better at this. Then try it. Do it. It takes practice. No one's perfect. No one gets it right the first time. So, well, I won't say no one, but realistically, majority of people don't get it right the first time. I don't want to lie to you. I don't know if anyone did get it. I mean, if they did get it right the first time, that's just luck. But anyways, not nitpicking too much, but yeah, generally speaking, people don't get it right the first time. No one really has. All the people out there who are very genius intellect in what they do weren't like that at the very beginning. No one, generally speaking, no one is. But yeah, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of struggle. I won't say suffering, although you could look at it that way, but a lot of struggle to get to where people are, to get to wherever they are. The high level, high skilled people, generally speaking, are not special. They're like everyday people. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people have, they have an affinity. I guess that might be the right word, to something in particular. But nonetheless, not everyone has that affinity. Like, I guess who picks up on their particular set of skills and it just so happens to line up with what they want to do. I watched a person called The Do, and he goes on Omegle, and he plays music. He asks for requests, and even if he never heard a song before, he can pick up on the beat and play it just after listening to it once. Pretty good too, actually pretty remarkable. But it's the fact that he plays for a very long time. He knows what he always says is music theory. And I'm sure maybe he has a bit of a higher ability to do that than the average person. But it's not something that's impossible to do. But yes, again, understand that even if you fail in life, of whatever it is, you have options. If you genuinely want to get better, you can. Let's continue.
With all of that going on, we have to do what we have to do to deal with it. When people smile and happy, that doesn't mean they don't have troubles, guys. They've just chosen to shift their attention to something that can make happiness happen. And both are exclusive. One doesn't cancel another.
Oh, is that it? I guess it is. Okay. I don't know about the shifting attention, but if it works, it works. I won't deny that. But I think more along the lines for me, it's not necessarily shifting attention, but it's going back to, again, the thing that I've repeated many times in my videos. Well, a few times that it's come up is understanding whether you're capable of doing it and whether you want to do it. If you're not capable of doing it, and by what I mean by capable, as in there's no way for you to improve on that, then realize it. Be truthful to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Or if you're not capable of doing it, but you can improve yourself, then guess what? You have an option to improve yourself, to get better. Be realistic with yourself. You know, don't you fighting your capabilities. Now, mind you, fighting your capabilities too hard can be very bad. Like trying to fly, you know, on your own with no assistance. You know, humans were not meant to fly, so you know, you trying as hard as you want, I doubt you'll ever fly. But be realistic with your expectations. Be realistic at what you are capable of. That doesn't mean don't try, don't practice, or anything like that. But be realistic. Do practice, do try, and once you practice, you've tried and you gave it your best shot. And if it's just not working, you can still continue to try. But at least from my perspective, you are giving yourself hope. Hope maybe that might not be the right word, but giving yourself a reason not to suffer because you are determined. So you try and you fail, and you practice, you try and you fail, you practice, you try and you fail, and you practice, you try and you fail. You know, maybe it's like, okay, maybe I'm not getting it right. I keep trying, but at least for me and how I would look at it in my perspective, it's not suffering because I see my option as still trying. Now eventually, maybe 8 or 9 or 10 tries, maybe I will give up. It's like, you know what, maybe that is not me. I guess, and at that point, you know, I won't suffer it as much as I like to do it, but I should realize that it's not something I'm capable of doing. I am fighting against what my capabilities are. But again, try as you see fit, but be realistic, that's all. I mean, learn from masters, learn from YouTube. YouTube, not masters, but, you know, close enough. There's a lot of things you can watch on YouTube. I've learned quite a bit on YouTube, especially things that I need to know to fix stuff. And it's worked. Problem solving also works. But yeah, it's all depending on what you're trying to do, obviously. You know, not everything can be solved necessarily through YouTube or whatever else, but, you know, I think most problems can be, or most everyday problems can be. So again, realize what your capabilities are and realize your options. If you fail, you can give up and move on to something else. That way you don't suffer for failing. If you want to get better at it, then you can practice, find a master, find something on YouTube, find someone local that can teach you how to do it. Changing the oils in your car, the oil in your car. You know, you just need a few tools. That way you can do it yourself. Be careful. That's what I want to do. I want to change the oil in my car to save some money. Hopefully I don't get crushed by my car though. But anyways, hopefully you get my point. You know, understand your options, understand your limitations. Your limitations are there for a reason. They're not necessarily there to, you know, hinder you, make you unhappy, but, you know, they are what they are. Fighting against it is going to be a losing battle. But that doesn't mean that if you fail the first few times that you're not capable of it. Just be realistic. Anyways, that's my reaction to want solutions to your problems. Watch this. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.